Hi everybody, I'm back live. I wanted to pop on here real quick and talk about non-toxic makeup. That's something that I talk a lot about on my Instagram page, and I do post a lot of some things over here, but I kind of wanted to do some of my faves, like kind of break it down into, hey Jessica, kind of break it down into like categories, some of my favorites, because I do get asked a lot about like, what's your favorite mascara? What's your favorite foundation, blush, highlighter, etc. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna kind of break it down on some just, things. So I'm gonna do the first one is I'm just gonna do foundation. That's the one thing people, I feel like that and mascara, they struggle with. So I'm going to just to go over those things, okay? Fair warning. Oh, thank you. I think this one is called Funnel of Love. We'll do lipsticks. If anything, I have more than top 5 lipsticks, let's be honest. Fair warning, my babies are in the bathtub. Jesse's taking care of them. So if a naked baby runs in here, I apologize. Mom life, right? Mom life. Okay, so let's go into my top 5s, okay? All right, so let's go from least coverage to most, okay? All right, so my very first one is this little guy right here. Oh no, can you see it? RMS, there it is. RMS Beauty. And look at this little pot. This baby is almost gone. Okay, so RMS Beauty, this is called the Uncover Up Pot. This is multifunctional. You can use it on just like spot concealing, or you can use it as all over foundations. So my favorite way to use this is actually to put with another foundation as like a concealer, or if I want to have a lighter day, if I'm having a good skin day and I just kind of need to like even out my skin just a little bit, I can do it that way. So I just literally come in here. A little goes a long way. This little pot. I mean, you're thinking, Jordan, there's no way that's foundation. It is. It's tiny, but a little goes a long way, and it's spread. The base is coconut oil. And a lot of times coconut oil, hi Beth. A lot of times coconut oil can break me out, but this does not even a little bit. So I just take it in my finger like this, and I literally just dab it on with my finger. This works best when warmed up with the skin. Don't use with, because if you use a sponge or a brush, it just doesn't work well. But it just, when you melt it within its skin to skin, it just melts right into this, into your skin. It looks like your real skin. If you're using it underneath your eyes to do any kind of, hi Shar, if you're doing any kind of concealing here, a little trick I think I've already done in a video, I like to put it underneath my eyes like this, and then I go on to do other things, and I do crease some, and so I let it crease, and then I just gently dab away the excess, and then I powder. Okay, and then that way we won't crease again. So this is a light coverage. If you're just having a great skin day, or you're just one of those people who don't need much, this is your friend. Or if you just need a nice concealer. Very good. Okay, next up. Let's do this. Alima Pure. I talk about this one all the time because I wear it all the time. Okay, so Alima Pure is a mineral powdered foundation. It's called Satin Matte. And I would say as it goes on, it's not like a super matte foundation. It's actually I would say it's more of a natural finish. It doesn't feel flat at all. If anything, it just looks like my skin, but better. I really love this because this is like, when I gotta go places, which I always have to go places, I literally just take my kabuki brush and I just buff it all over my skin, throw on a little bit of mascara, and I just call it a day. This covers my blemishes and my hyperpigmentations pretty well, because I have that. Yes, I do. I remember the days when I was in my early 20s and I had like amazing skin, and I would just like cover it with like heavy foundation. Oh well, we live, we learn, right? Okay, anyway, so this is a great, so you just buff it on 5 seconds. Hey, Natalie. 5 second, like literally just buff it on and you're done and done. A little fun little trick, if you want to be a little bit more extra with this stuff, you can buff it on and then you can get a tint slightly darker, and then you can take a smaller brush and kind of contour, natural contour around your face. So without having to be like contouring, like look like Kim Kardashian. But if you want to look like Kim Kardashian, knock your socks off. Alima Pure does something really amazing. If you go onto their website, they have a little kit you can buy. I think it's like $24. You get 12, they're about this size, about 12 of these little pots of different powders with different undertones. They have cool, they have neutral, they have olive, they have warm, they have neutral. I think I already said neutral. So I am actually warm 2, but as summer comes, I'll be a warm 3. So you can buy that little kit and get the perfect match for $24. So yeah, I know, great price, right? It's crazy. Okay, so that's going to be only talking about how the coverage. If you just do a light like dusting, you're gonna get like a light to medium finish, but you can let it sit for just a second and then go in, and you're not gonna look overly powdery and get a full coverage. And I will say about this powder, because a lot of times powder foundations like fall off your face in like 2.5 seconds. This stuff literally stays on all day long. I really love that. And I always set, and again, a little side note, I like to use rose water to spray down my face after I use a foundation, because it's minerals, and minerals have like little jaggeds on it. And so if you spray it down with like a nice rose water, a setting spray or anything like that, it just kind of settles everything down and you're good to go. All right, that's number 2. Number 3. Okay, that's about as much Spanish as I know. All right, so this is one of my favorites, and it's actually the least expensive of the bunch. This is Mineral Fusion. You can get this, I mean, I have a Natural Grocers down the road from me, so I just go to Natural Grocers and I pick this up, but you can get it at Whole Foods, you can get it really anywhere that's like a health-minded place, or on Amazon, or some great Pharmaca, maybe? Okay, it doesn't matter. You can find that here. Okay, so I have these, and they come in also in different tones. This is my neutral 2, and this is warm 2. So they're both level 2s, but can we talk about the shade difference? I mean, I'm white, but I'm not that white. And no, I'm not that dark. So, and they have different undertones. So I kind of had to be creative and had to kind of find the 2. And so basically what I do here is I just marry the 2. I just put a little drop here, and I put a little drop here. I mix it here in my hand, and I like to use this with like a beauty blender or any kind of beauty sponge that you have, and I like to tap it into the skin. And this is going to give you, ladies, a natural finish that's very full coverage. Like if you are needing to go out on the town and need a full face, this is it right here. And I like it because, again, I don't like cake face. I'm getting closer to 40 and I don't need a bunch of like feeling like something, I have a mask on. I don't want that. But sometimes I want a full glam face. And so this is what this is going to give me right here, is it's a full on natural finish. Okay. If you really want lasting power, you can use, send me the name of the first 2. Okay, I will, Beth. I'll text you. You set with a setting powder. And RMS, like this brand right here, has a fantastic finishing powder. It's called Unpowder, and it's so micro thin, and it sits beautifully. It doesn't look like you have powdery skin at all. So, okay, so that's, did I even tell you this is Mineral Fusion? So the only tricky part is obviously these are both 2s and they're different undertones, but obviously one looks like a 0, one looks like a 3. So you just kind of go in there, test it out. Most places have testers, you can kind of like check it out. So, okay, my favorite as of right now out of all of these, besides the Lima Pure, it just kind of depends on how I'm feeling that day, is this bad boy right here. Jane, some people say Iredell, I say Jane Iredell. I don't know what her name is, but whatever this magic stuff is, it's amazing. So this is called Glow Time Full Coverage Mineral BB Cream. So you're thinking, that's a BB cream. That's not a foundation. No, this is what I'm wearing today. What I love about this, first of all, has SPF of 25. We need to be wearing SPF every single day, right? So this is already built in. What I also love about this is that it says Glow Time, and it does. It gives you a nice glowy appearance. Now, my cheeks are super glowy right now because I'm wearing a ton of highlighter. It doesn't come naturally, girls. I have to put a little highlighter on. But on my skin itself, what I like about it is that it's very natural, and I don't look like a disco ball. Like, I don't put it on. You know how sometimes some of those illuminating foundations like feel like almost glittery or iridescent-y. This is not that at all. It just feels like you kind of were hanging out at the beach and you just have a nice natural glow. I love this stuff. This stuff is very buildable, and a little goes a long way. How I found that this works best is also with the beauty sponge. I find when I use it with a brush, it kind of feels a little streaky, so I don't do that. So using your fingers if you want a more sheer finish, and then using a beauty blender or a beauty sponge. And literally, let me show you guys. I just use like about like that much for my whole face because it's really thick. It's very thick. I don't know if you can tell. See how thick that is? So it's very thick, and it spreads nicely if you spread quickly. If you dab it on your face like this and then you let it sit, you're gonna have a hard time spreading it out. So I would encourage you guys to put it on your beauty blender and then tap it out and blend it and do one side of your face and then do the next. That's what I would do. And then if you want a little extra cover in some spots, then just cover up, do an extra small layers with it. And here's a trick for foundations. People think, I need full coverage, I don't want to see anything on my skin, and so they just glob on a ton of foundation on their face and they just go to town. The key, you guys, is thin layers. This is how you not get cake face. This is how you have a nice natural look, but you still have a nice, flawless finish or just a natural finish, but not feeling like you just look more enhanced instead of wearing a mask. So just working in small layers. So I recommend using about that much. And if you feel like you need more coverage, just cover the spots that you need to, not the whole face, okay? Okay, and then my last one, I don't have it with me because I used it all up, and I got it in a little sample size. And this one it's pretty expensive. It's called Kjaer Weis. And they have really beautiful packaging. It's like the Tom Ford of clean makeup, basically. It's really nice stuff. And it's about $50 a pop. But that's when you buy the first one, and then when you can buy the refillables, and it's less expensive. But I love that one because it really does give you a really natural, full coverage, flawless finish. Again, a little goes a long way. It comes in like a little cream compact, and I use a brush with that one. So that's it, guys. Those are my top 5 favorite all-natural makeup foundations that are non-toxic and that actually deliver, and they all perform a little bit differently. If you have any questions, I am happy. Leave your questions or comments down below, and I'll be happy to get back with you. If you have concerns, like if you have oily skin or dry skin or combination skin or even aging skin, let me know. I would love to give you any type of suggestions that you need, and that's what I'm here for. Okay, have a wonderful, blessed day, and thanks for tuning in. Bye.